Hello, hello. Celia Faye Meisel here. Welcome to today's live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. And we are going to be diving into the topic of using buyer psychology to make more sales with ease. And this is a geek out topic for me. So we're going to have fun on today's live stream. If you are catching me live, let me know you're here live. If you're replaying, type replay in the chat. Let me know. I love to come back and engage with you even in the replay. So I want to ask you if you are actually using buyer psychology to your advantage inside of your sales and marketing processes. If you have a high-end offer that transforms lives, that changes lives, it is ethical to use buyer psychology inside your sales and marketing process to show more people how you can actually help them. This is an ethical way of marketing, of selling, of doing work in your business because you're connecting with your clients at a deeper level and you save them time and energy and effort from having to shop around and go to other providers and look for other people because you really position your offer as the solution that they're looking for. And not only that, from a front end perspective, also you've got the back end program to deliver the result. And that is really the key of what makes this ethical, what makes it in integrity to use inside of your business. And the thing is that when you don't use buyer psychology to your full advantage inside of your sales and marketing processes, it actually costs both your business and your potential clients the opportunity of getting their problem solved. Okay, so there's a cost to it to all parties involved when this isn't done effectively and correctly. And so in this week's Fix My Sales Problems live stream, that's what we're going to be diving into. I'm Celia Faye Meisel, and I am a strategic sales growth consultant, and I work with business owners in the online coaching and training space. Most of my clients have a personal development angle to their offer, whether it's a focused personal development offer or there's aspects of personal development inside of their offers. I work with other industries as well, but there's a common theme with that. And my clients also really like personal development as well. And I work with businesses to come in and fix their sales problems, all the way from fixing their sales and marketing gaps, fixing their sales conversation and close rate, all the way to helping them scale their businesses with sales team and hiring sales people. So I am a full solution sales consultant, and I also work with launches and virtual events. You probably see my content about that as well. I find my clients are both doing the rolling enrollment sales, and they're usually doing some sort of presentation sales as well inside of their business. So diving into the content, and just type buyer in the chat if you're ready for this, buyer in the chat. So I always like to make sure that we are in the same conversation when I'm on a call with a client or when I'm doing these live streams. Let's make sure that we're in the same conversation and that we are speaking on the same level so you really understand, because the term buyer psychology, it seems kind of vague. So what is it? It's the mental, it's the emotional, it's the behavioral factors that influence your prospect's decision-making process when they're making a purchase. The mental, emotional, and behavioral factors that are influencing them. So it can be things like their motivations, their attitudes, their beliefs, their values, their emotional state. And all of these factors play into how they respond to your marketing message in your ads and your organic messages in your emails, etc. And so you want to understand where people need to be in order to step into your offer. And if you're putting out surface level messaging and surface level information, you're going to get surface level people coming your way. And this is really where a lot of business owners miss the mark and they miss the opportunity. So this week, to my email list, I shared an email about client-centric selling. And this conversation really piggybacks off that, because a lot of businesses, they do all this work with the technology and the funnel and the thing and all of the stuff, and they forget the most important person involved in the whole sales process, and that's their buyer, that's their prospect. So you want to be putting that prospect at the forefront of your mind and at the forefront of your sales process. And the way that you can do that, one of the ways is through buyer psychology and understanding where they are mentally, emotionally, even their life circumstances that are going on, so that you can speak to them more effectively. And if you're doing a one-to-many model, if you have a leveraged offer and you're bringing people in, or you depend on a large amount of enrollments in your business to hit your numbers, this is a key factor that is so important to be able to convert someone, and honestly convert them into a sale and into a purchase. And honestly, the values piece is very big with heart-centered buyers. Like, do my values align with the company's values? Are they a match together? So if you're not using this buyer psychology, making more sales with ease this way, usually what's going on is you might be saying too surfacey, so like too much surface level stuff. And what happens is you perceive their problem a certain way. You say, okay, my prospect has this problem. They are struggling with their weight. Okay, they're struggling. We'll just give a real life example: weight loss. Like, they're struggling with their weight, so they're like mad at themselves, and they hate looking at the mirror and blah blah blah, right? So it's sort of like they hate weight, they hate getting on the scale, they're always beating themselves up about what they eat. Okay, you take that person and it's like, okay, those are like the logical things that they're dealing with, and you understand them. But at a deeper level, how is that affecting them emotionally? How is that showing up in their relationships? How is that showing up in their performance at work? How is that showing up in their motivation and their self-esteem and their desire to create their dreams? How is that showing up in their health? And what, like, they perceive it a certain way. So you may have a topical diagnosis as the expert. You need to lose more weight so you can be happier and feel more joy and have these outcomes that you say that you want. But if you're not getting into the deeper layers of what's really going on with the person, that, maybe they are like, they're truly out of alignment with themselves because they want to be fit and healthy, but they're not. And so it's creating this much deeper challenge and difficulty within themselves. And you know how you're then communicating how you solve the problem, which is unique to your business, is it may not land with them. Okay. It may not come across, because you might be saying, you may see their problem as one way, but how they actually experience it and experience it in their life is a different way. And how you approach them in your marketing and sales makes a big difference for how they're going to cross over. And so I'm giving kind of some abstract examples, but the key to know is, if you're staying too surface level, if you're staying too topical, like with the diagnosis and what you perceive the problem to be, because oftentimes what happens is you get this information, you get like forms and surveys and things that you'll get in from the client, and they'll say, oh, this is going on and this is going on, and I'm too unique, or I have too many food allergies, or I have too many problems, I can't lose weight. And this is a good example. Like, I have too many food allergies, I have too many sensitivities, it would be too restrictive to lose weight. And then you might say, well, your problem is that you think you have too many food allergies and you have too many restrictions, and that's why you can't lose weight. But here's the real reason. And that's kind of like, yes, you're meeting them where they're at, but it's a misthinking for them. It's like, actually, because of your food sensitivities and your food restrictions, you actually can lose weight. And because you already have the habit of being disciplined and, really caring for your body, like, losing weight is going to be really easy and natural for you because you're already in that habit. So that's just an example of how we can kind of come with people and sort of like meet them where they're at, and show them that their challenges and what is going on in their life and their business as a result of those challenges actually makes them like really coachable, and will make them a really good candidate for your program. And so you can actually take like their reasons not to, in that buyer psychology, and turn it around into a reason like to take action. And there was a woman that I have done sales for her events, Lisa Sasevich, and she used to say, like, make your reason not to your reason to do something. So that's one example. But just remember, the point here is how you perceive the problem that they're having and how they perceive the problem and how you address it and show them that you have a solution and you can provide a solution for them makes a huge difference in your sales, like massive, massive difference. And it's going to increase your close rate and your sales performance. And the thing is that the buyer psychology, it happens through the whole journey. It happens right when they come in into your ads or into your organic funnel, and then all the way through the emails and all the messages that they get, all the way to your sales call. So everything that they're going through inside of your business in that customer journey needs to reflect that and really speak to their unique pains and problems and challenges so they feel like you understand them. Now, there are much deeper levels. This is just one piece. There are other multifactorial elements that go into this. And so we're just addressing this one piece. But when I'm coming in and I'm looking at a business and we're looking at a sales process and we're fixing it, the buyer psychology is one element that we look at. So I actually look at the client's offer. I look at my client's offer. I look at who their ideal clients are. I look at the feedback that we're getting and then help them to shift the messaging so that we're really hitting deep. We're talking to the emotions. We're getting below the surface because that is really where it makes a difference for your buyers. And so I want to ask you that, like, are you really getting below the surface? Are you going deep in? Are you exploring the buyer psychology of your business and who you're speaking to and selling to in your offers? Because it's going to make a big difference in your offer positioning and in your marketing and in your sales process. And so if this is something that you want to look at and you want to dive deeper into, you can book a call with me at moremethod.info. I would love to know what your top takeaways were from today's video. And, what are you thinking about? Are you going to make some shifts in your buyer psychology and how you're approaching it? Or do you need some support with that? So until next time, this is Celia Faye Meisel. Thank